Philippines, an archipelago of over 7,000 islands, renowned for its breathtaking landscapes, vibrant culture, and a deeply resilient people. It is a nation of stunning natural grace, yet beneath the beauty lies an intricate web of geographical isolation and deep-seated community challenges. Yet, beneath this undeniable beauty lies a complex reality. The very geography that defines this paradise also isolates it, weaving an intricate web of remote villages, rugged terrains, and deep-seated community challenges. In these far-flung corners, where the modern world feels worlds away, basic access to education, development, and medical resources becomes a daily climb. But where geographical barriers build walls, a quiet, unwavering hope is building bridges. In remote regions where roads end and mountains rise, access to education, healthcare, and basic resources becomes a daily battle for survival. This is where Adventist World Aviation, AWA, steps directly into the gap. Driven by a celestial calling, AWA works tirelessly on the ground, embedding itself within the community, creating vital infrastructure, and altering the trajectories of lives before our wings even take flight in these skies. For us, true impact isn't just measured by hours logged in the air or miles traveled across the horizon. It is measured by the steady, unyielding ground game of love, enduring presence, and deliberate preparation. Building a foundation of trust, one heart at a time, long before the first propeller turns. On March 31st, 2026, the AWA Foundation wrapped up the local school year by opening its doors to the next generation, hosting an unforgettable educational day for grade 6 students from Sagpangan Elementary School. This wasn't just a school trip, it was a community-wide effort. Backed fully by their dedicated school leadership and the local barangay captain, who personally coordinated the transportation and seating, these eager students arrived early, filled with pure excitement to see a real aircraft up close. For one day, the steel structure of the hangar transformed into a sanctuary of discovery. Following a heartfelt opening prayer, the children were introduced to the fundamentals of aviation basics and learned firsthand about AWA's broader missionary goals across the province. Soon, the quiet workspace buzzed with intense, joyful competition during a paper airplane distance and airtime contest, followed by sweet treats and a group photo shoot. But the true climax of the day happened in the quiet moments inside the hangar bay. For these young minds, peering directly inside the cockpit of a Pathfinder plane did more than teach a lesson. It planted a powerful, enduring spark for their futures, proving that their dreams can reach far beyond the horizon. But a single day of inspiration inside the hangar was only the beginning of a much deeper commitment. As the long summer vacation rolled in, AWA noticed a critical vulnerability threatening the community's youth: the dreaded summer slide. A period where children cut off from the classroom risk losing vital academic progress. To combat this downward slide, AWA partnered closely with local school heads to establish the Summer Learning Camp in Barangay Sagpangan, a dedicated daily initiative designed to build character, improve literacy, and actively nurture young hearts. Every morning, the children gathered in a sanctuary of safe learning to watch targeted short films highlighting core moral values. Immediately after, the room came alive with speaking exercises, encouraging the kids to confidently articulate the lessons they had just witnessed. And in the quiet moments that followed, they practiced patience and precision through the intricate art of origami, expanding their boundless imaginations, one careful fold at a time. Nutrition met education perfectly, with wholesome, nutrient-dense lunches distributed daily, courtesy of our dedicated partner missionary organization, LIGHT Ministries. Following the restful quiet of the afternoon siesta hours, the academic focus shifted into high gear, targeting intensive reading development and comprehension skills to ensure no child fell behind. But the true unforgettable excitement of the camp culminated in the daily major activities.
Hello guys, we are on day 1 of the start of our summer learning camp together with Light Ministries and Sagpangan Elementary School. We are now having our yoke of obedience.
On day 1, the kids faced a thrilling survival challenge, learning self-reliance by building a functional fire with only a few precious matchsticks to successfully cook eggs inside a plastic bag. By day 2, the campground transformed entirely. The sweet, rich aroma of outdoor baking filled the air as the young campers masterfully prepared and baked their very own traditional camp bread over the open fire, discovering that learning isn't just found in a textbook, it's an adventure. By day 3, the energy at the camp spiked to an entirely new level. The serene landscape transformed into an arena of adventure as certified master guides and master guide trainees worked alongside our team to construct an intricate, thrilling outdoor rope course. This wasn't just about recreation. It was an experiential classroom designed to teach these vulnerable children the invaluable pillars of teamwork, physical balance, and raw, untamed courage. As they faced their fears high above the ground, they discovered they were never alone. There was always a hand to catch them and a community to cheer them on. And throughout every grueling, high-energy hour, AWA was there on the ground, funding and sponsoring premium daily snacks to ensure that their spirits remained sky-high and their bellies stayed full. Then, day 4 arrived, bringing with it a triumphant and deeply emotional graduation ceremony. Smiles stretched from ear to ear across the room as the atmosphere filled with pure validation. Thanks to the overwhelming generosity of our missionary partners, every single child in attendance stepped forward to receive a brand new, fully equipped school bag for the upcoming academic year. Looking across this room of transformed faces, it is awe-inspiring to remember how this journey began. What started as a simple, casual vacation Bible school conversation between an AWA team member and a visionary school head had flourished into a beautiful, life-altering reality. It stands as a living testament to what can be achieved when God's children unite their resources, drop all barriers, and step forward with a singular purpose: to deeply and unconditionally love a community. The profound ripple effect of this summer camp did not stop at the school gates. Local residents and parents watched in awe as a quiet transformation took root in the hearts of their children. A nearby shop owner shared how incredibly vital this initiative was for local families, giving these energetic children a safe, joyful, and deeply productive sanctuary to learn and grow during the long, vulnerable summer months. But to truly understand the lasting weight of this community impact, we must look directly to the passionate educators and visionary leaders who stood unflinchingly on the front lines.
We made this camp to prepare the pupils for the upcoming school year. We have the so-called summer slide, where the pupils have lost the learnings during summer break. A certain percentage on their learning and skills reading will be lost during the vacation. To solve this problem, we need to actively engage the pupils to literacy and their learning experience. Also making sure that the pupils are in good emotional status, as they need to be happy always. This camp was also designed to give them a wonderful experience to develop their speaking skills through sharing their experiences throughout the camp duration. They would share it to their family. Their reading is very important to us, as there are activities where they would read here in the camp that would practice their skills, so that on the upcoming school year, they would be ready again. Last thing, the most important of them all, is the development of their good manners. There will be activities that would develop their good manners. We have targeted some behaviors that they will learn from the different learning experiences. The goal of this camp is to give them a very good learning experience to develop themselves into responsible individuals. That's all.
Through opportunities to share their stories, practice reading, and develop good manners, the children are not only preparing for the next school year, but are also learning valuable life skills that will help shape them into responsible and compassionate individuals.
For me, sir, the benefits of these activities for the pupils of Sagpangan is it will boost their confidence and their attitude in reading will be enhanced. Hopefully, they would love reading more. As of now, while doing their activities, they will be more encouraged and at the same time to attend classes more. As some of them were always absent during classes, if there were a lot of activities like this, maybe the pupils would attend classes more as they would realize learning is fun at school.
For the dedicated faculty of Sagpangan Elementary School, this summer camp was far more than an academic bridge. It was a profound answer to long-standing classroom heartaches. For years, educators watched helplessly as geographical isolation and systemic hurdles chipped away at student attendance and morale. This initiative breathed vibrant new life into students who had previously struggled to stay engaged, turning those silent, empty desks into focal points of joy, curiosity, and relentless ambition.
Engaging this kind of activity is a great privilege for me, especially that I will be soon teaching those kids in the school. It is significant for me as it shows me the real setting inside the classroom. Also, these will be the possible attitudes of the kids. For that, I will be able to know how to do and how to handle them.
The camp also served as a vital, hands-on training ground for the very next generation of educators, giving passionate young professionals an immediate, unfiltered taste of true, mission-driven teaching. For these incoming teachers, this wasn't a sterile lecture hall. It was an active canvas where textbooks transformed into real-world connection, preparing them to lead with both excellence and empathy.
We would like to give gratitude to all who helped us. All of this would be impossible if it were not for Light Ministries, AWA, and the teachers of Sagpangan Elementary School, and to all of the sponsors, thank you so much. This camp would be meaningless and not a good learning experience if it were not because of your support. In behalf of Sagpangan Elementary School, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude for the fun learning experience of the kids.
As the vast mission across the Philippine archipelago continues to expand, God is already preparing the next generation of dedicated workers to safely carry this vital ministry straight into the skies. Meet pilot Damian Countryman. Currently stationed at our busy international headquarters in Wilson, North Carolina, Damian serves as a deeply committed missionary pilot and a relentless aircraft mechanic in training. From a very young age, Damian felt a definitive, unyielding calling to fuse his lifelong passion for aviation with an absolute, uncompromising desire to serve God on the front lines. Now, holding a commercial, instrument-rated single-engine pilot license and actively finalizing his comprehensive airframe and power plant mechanic credentials, Damian lives his life for a singular, clear purpose: to reflect Christ's character and share his unconditional love globally through the unique power of aviation ministry. Though young, Damian is no stranger to the front lines of humanitarian crisis. When the devastating forces of Hurricane Melissa battered the island nation of Jamaica, leaving entire communities completely isolated, desperate, and cut off from the outside world, Damian unhesitatingly answered the call to serve. Operating under high-pressure conditions, he flew directly into the heart of the recovery efforts, personally transporting vital medical supplies, critical resources, and a much-needed message of hope to a hurting nation. His intensive experience in Jamaica proved a fundamental truth that lies at the very core of our mission. In times of disaster, aviation is never a luxury. It is an indispensable, absolute lifeline that miraculously transforms hours of perilous, broken ground travel into mere minutes of efficient, life-saving grace.
In Montego Bay, Damon and I, and we have our beautiful 206, and we'll be flying food supplies today on behalf of ASI and the West Jamaican Conference. We are here in Montego Bay, Jamaica. And Damon, what are we flying today?
We're flying some rice, some flour, some cornmeal, some sardines, and some baked beans.
So why are we doing this, Damon?
The grill on the western side of the islands was one of the hardest hit, and they are really in need of food supplies over there.
Yeah. So is it 2 weeks now that Jamaica has been affected by a hurricane? So there's a lot of destruction here, and Adventist World Aviation is privileged to serve here, and we've been flying water, food supplies, and today's another mission. Come with us.
My name is Damon Countryman. I'm 19 years old and I'm the youngest commercial pilot for Adventist World Aviation. I just always had the love to help others who are suffering and to spread the gospel to those who haven't heard the message yet. And also at the same time I've been working my AMP, which is airframe and power plant license, which allows me to work on airplanes. It's important, especially in the mission field where there's not many mechanics. If something breaks, I'll be able to fix the airplane because on airplanes, it's not like a car where you can go and fix stuff yourself. There's regulations where a pilot can only do certain things while a mechanic can do pretty much everything else. I'm pretty confident in my AMP skills. I've been doing it for about 5 years, working on all kinds of different airplanes, from Cessnas to Moonies to Pipers to Balancas. Hurricane Melissa didn't just hit Jamaica, it also hit multiple islands in the same area, including Cuba, and I wasn't seeing as much effort going into helping these other places, including Cuba, but they were also quite devastated. After the hurricane hit and the devastation, we started seeing what was happening. David called Sky and asked, because previously Sky had told David when his time off was, so David called him and asked him if he'd be willing to take our Cessna 206 down there to help with disaster response. The decision was to take the 206 because it could hold up to 4 passengers with 2 pilots, or if you took out the seats, you could carry 600 to 700 pounds of cargo, which is what we'd be mostly doing down there, is transporting food, supplies, or water to the devastated areas. Out of the 27 to 29 airplanes, it's one of our nicest ones. It's our flagship. And it's a really nice one. It's got a STOL kit on it, so it can get into really short fields and take off real quickly. It's got a nice, powerful engine that also help it get out of fields and into them real quickly. We started planning by getting a Cuba overfly permit so we could fly over Cuba without having to go around it, which would have been a much longer trip. At the same time, we were getting our permits to get into Jamaica, so we had the permission to land and start helping transporting supplies. The next day after we departed, we went to Miami, where we met with Pastor Raham, which he had brought some 4 generators, 3 Starlinks, and 2 chainsaws, and some oil for the chainsaws that we would be transporting to Montego Bay in Jamaica. We flew about 9,000 feet over the water. We brought with us life jackets and a life raft in case we had to make a water landing. The flight to Montego Bay was about 4 hours long. And once we landed in Montego Bay, some people from the Seventh-day Adventist Church were there to pick up our supplies after we went through customs. And they were very grateful with the much-needed generators, Starlink, since connectivity on the island, it was very hard to get into contact with anyone. When we landed there, the first people we saw were the ramp agents motioning us to where to park. It was quite surprising when the guy from the Department of Health came in. He just walked up to us, told us who he was, and he sprayed some type of chemical in our airplane, told us to shut the door for about 10 minutes. So some of the first devastation that we saw once we got to Jamaica was when we were flying in, you could see where the trees were missing, you could see some of the holes in the roofs. And when we landed at the airport, on the outside of the airport, you saw these massive trees. They were destroyed and down. So we made it to the West Jamaican Conference Building, which is the conference headquarters for the church on the west side of Jamaica. You saw holes in the roof. You saw where there's a whole bunch of solar panels on one of the buildings. About a quarter of them were gone because there was a big hole in the roof. So we did about 6 flights. The first flight was with generators. Then we did 2 flights of water and 2 flights of food. We were supposed to have a 3rd flight of food, but when we got to Kingston, the food wasn't there. And then on our return flights from Kingston, we also brought 2 trips of food back. The military was there also doing disaster response. They had quite a bit of their helicopters every day flying from sunup to sundown, taking loads all across the island to the areas that were affected. Everyone was very appreciative that we were moving food and water around to different places where they could truck the supplies to close villages and towns. So when we're doing these flights for saving lives, it's roughly $365 per hour. So roughly $1 per day saves a life while doing these flights in the mission field. What I thought was amazing was all the people that worked for the conference, the church headquarters there, even if their houses were damaged and the conference building was damaged, they were still using it to help those all around the island that were affected, to coordinate responses. They were helping others instead of helping themselves with their homes and stuff. There was a spirit of benevolence there. A concern was clean drinking water. Everywhere we went, we would bring a case of water so we could have water to drink while we're staying at the houses. Especially where there wasn't any running water at all. So I was in Jamaica for 12 days. So the first day is when we came in and brought the generators in. And the next day, we went and moved a load of water to Ian Fleming. And that same day, we went and met with Xavier, where we did his checkout. The next day after that, we moved another load of water and went to Kingston for a load of food, but there was no food there to be picked up, so we came back. After that, for the next 4 or 5 days, I was helping each day pack food supplies. On Friday, about day 8 of me being there, Dr. David Batista, Adventist World Aviation's president, came in to help. So the next day after he got there, because he came in quite late, we went and did 2 loads of food to Negril, about 700 pounds each load. And then the next day after that, we went to Kingston, where we had an important meeting with some of the leaders there that were helping us with food supplies. And we brought 2 loads of food, 1 load that day, and the next day we brought another load back to Montego Bay to help put into food bags and distribute around the island. I was just so happy that so many people were helping others around them and sharing the love of Jesus to those who were so affected, even though so much damage was done. What really broke my heart was just all the devastation. I wish I'd gone to some of the villages where I heard about so many towns. They were just completely wiped off the map. Church buildings completely gone, and so much damage, and there was so many people that died also. The last count I heard was around 40 people lost their lives so far. Over the whole journey, it impacted me that there's so many people around us that care about those around them, that they do anything to help them, and that there are things that we can do to help improve people's lives. The conference and people were very surprised that we brought an airplane down. Even when we got to the FBO and we said we were going to fly around, they were so thankful, and they were surprised. They thought we were just going to come in with supplies and leave, not help move stuff around the island to get greater help with the logistics.
From Sagpangan to North Carolina, AWA is bound by one heartbeat: to build, to teach, and to heal. But we cannot fly alone. Right now, a vital new chapter is unfolding as we deploy pilot Damian Countryman to the front lines in the Philippines. He is ready to bring life-saving hope to these remote islands, but he cannot take off without you. Visit flyawa.org right now to sign up for our magazine and give from the heart. Your donation directly funds Damian's deployment, maintains our planes, and ensures these children receive the love they deserve. Don't let them wait in isolation. Go to flyawa.org and help us turn silent prayers into a miracle that is finally taking wing. Because the sky is no limit when we are flying on God's errands. And for the children waiting on those distant shores, your support is the answer to a prayer that is finally taking wing.